937 Hartford's #1 for hip hop and R&B. I'm Jenny Boom Boom. I'm so lucky to be in the studio today with Remy and Papoose. How are you?
Hey.
Jenny, what's going on?
We're company. It's three of us today.
So with that mic, Remy, you kind of have to really talk, okay? I'm sorry.
It's three of us today. We want the golden child with us. Say hi, my love.
The baby is here. I didn't believe, I didn't know what was going to happen. And now I saw the baby and she's just so darling. I just love her.
Thank you. She's just trying to break your microphone.
Yeah.
That's just, I just want to tear it up.
What's it like being parents again?
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Right.
It's so different. I've been telling everybody, like, if you can, wait until you're married. Wait until you know what job you want, until you have your house paid for. Just all of those things, because you get to sit down and really just enjoy watching your child. Like, we watched her from the embryo, from literally since we did IVF. So
right.
From the embryo to each single stage, every day we get to see her. She lives with her mom and her dad. We see everything all day, and it's so different from when you're having a kid when you're a teenager,
right?
Or
yeah.
when you're, some to the young adults out there that may be thinking about it. I tell her, right, just wait until you find that person.
I agree.
And wait until you're settled and you're stable, because it's so much stuff that I'd be like, did my son do that, or did I just? And I think it is just I missed so much because I was working and I was running around. And I was young. I was still a kid myself.
Right.
I thought I was grown, but you're really not.
No.
And it's just a great feeling. And then when you finally get to have something that you love and you know that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, it's a total different feeling. We all have the same last name. It's a wonderful thing, right?
And I think that's a really wonderful. I had a similar experience. I had my son Max at 35.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's been more settled feeling, calmer. It's a calmer feeling to me, and it's almost like you have two different families in a way, because the older kids, do they look at her and say, "Wow, things are a lot different than when we were, young"? Because my kids do that all the time. They'll say, "Wow, the younger kids, they got a lot more than we ever got, but we didn't have it. We were young."
Well, not really, because they all got like,
yeah.
I was already Remy Ma when I had my son, so he got to experience similar, but he doesn't get it's more so with the attention.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm
there. You're working, yeah.
I'm working now, but like you see, we're here, we're like, all right, we gotta go to CT, get the baby bag, strap in the car seat, and it's just different because it's two of us and we're together, we're a team and we work together. And I just think that the only difference would probably be, or that they say, is that we're more like softer now, like I was a little bit more stern with them, but you learn from your other children. Okay, I don't want to do this,
right?
Or maybe I'm gonna try this differently, and we just have different goals for her.
And you kind of realize as you get older that really is not that big of a deal.
No,
there you go.
Whatever happens, you're kind of like, okay, we'll get through this because we already been through. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if the house ain't clean right now, it's kind of messy. That's okay, because we're gonna get to it, or it doesn't matter so much like the things that you worry about when you're younger. Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, you realize what's important.
So you're here, Remy, because it's actually Remy Ma Day in Hartford.
Yes.
So tell me about Remy Ma Day.
So what happened was, first of all, I've been contemplating, where we're going to move to, because soon I will finally be free from the whole prison system, because even though I did almost 7 years for, the past 4 years and some changes, I've been on post-release supervision, not able to travel, not able to work how I want to, not able to live where I want to live, not able to do anything, pretty much have a curfew. You have to be in the house by a certain time, can't leave the house before a certain time. And I'm finally about to get off of that, and I was considering maybe moving to Connecticut. So when they reached out about all the things that I've been doing with my Remy Ma Foundation, which is a foundation I started to help people who, mainly women who have been released from prison, to just reintegrate into society as far as getting their children back, finding housing, finding clothing, finding just food and jobs, things like that. The great people in the powers that be in Connecticut, they saw what I was doing with my foundation, and they wanted to talk about the prison reform. They wanted to honor me for everything that I've been doing with Remy Ma Day, and I was like, wow, that's big. I'm like, the whole day is mine. So
that's awesome.
So I'm just scratch out this day on every calendar for the rest of my life and just write Remy Ma Day on it. But it was more so, I was just happy that people were taking, prison reform seriously and seeing some of the efforts that I've been trying to make to contribute to changing some of the laws and some of the, stigma that's surrounded by it, and just helping people who've been through it. I know so many people, including myself, obviously, that's been affected by the prison system. And even if it's not directly by you going to prison, but, maybe a cousin or a loved one or a mom or a dad or aunt or uncle, even a friend. And it's hard. It's hard, and I want to use my platform, to enlighten people and help it any way that I can.
I think it's really nice that you are doing something like that, because, I think you must really get a thrill out of, giving back, to these families that are going through something similar that you went through. I mean, it must make you feel so good.
You know what it is? I think it's more so that even when I was incarcerated, I knew that I was more fortunate than everyone else. I had a great support team. I had my husband who was there every single step of the way. I had someone that I can call if something happened. I had people that visited me on holidays, on birthdays and Christmas and New Year's. And then there were people that I made friends with and that I consider, my loved ones, because we spent so much time together that they didn't have that. They had to figure out how are they going to eat when they were making 11 cents an hour, and how are they gonna get new boots because the ones that they had ripped, or just how are they gonna see their kids that they haven't seen in years that lives only 45 minutes away, and just things like that. Like I'm very empathetic when it comes to things like that. I may not directly go through it, but I have compassion. I have a heart. I know how it feels to not have, because I wasn't always Remy Ma. I remember I had a very rough upbringing, so I couldn't only imagine being an adult and maybe possibly having children, not able to take care of them, or not able to feed them, or not able to even get a job because of a mistake that I made in my life in the past, or just anything like that. And it's sad because people don't talk about it. Most people.
Oh, she doesn't want to be here anymore.
No, it's not that.
I just like you so much, though. Don't leave. No.
It's so crazy.
She's just bored, right?
Yeah.
You might want to eat.
Oh, okay.
People think that once you come home that it's over. But it's not over.
Right.
It's not over. That's where it just starts. You have so many things against you. Babe. That's part of it. That's part of having a new mom. New mom. But I wouldn't trade that for anything. Just that right there. You know how many people were pregnant in prison and never got to even have to do it? They were pregnant in prison and had their babies taken from them.
Now, how does that normally work, Remy? Tell me.
Wow. They have certain places, like where I was at, where you can have your child there. But you have to be like, when I tell you, a model inmate, like you can't sneeze in the wrong direction or they'll get the threat is to take your baby away.
That's awful.
Horrible.
I can't even imagine that type of stress being on you, especially when you're pregnant.
I'm already in prison.
Right.
I can't eat when I want. I can't shower when I want. And what happens is you can have the baby with you up to 12 months. So once the baby is a year old, you have to find somewhere for the baby to go. Some people.
That is so awful, because now you've already had this bond going with your child.
Somebody has it. Some people didn't have anywhere to send, so the baby goes into a foster care. Sometimes you can. I think they had it where, like, if you were going home within 6 months after that year period was allowed, you could keep your baby up to 18 months if you were going home.
But that's just awful, though. It's just so awful, the whole situation.
When you go into delivery, you're by yourself. You're with officers. When I was there, they were pushing for rules. I don't know if it's officially been passed, but to stop being handcuffed, they would like shackle one of your legs to the bed while you were delivering the baby. Like,
that is nuts.
I actually wanted my wife to give birth while she was away.
And I actually told him he was out of his mind. There was no way that I was going through that.
No, I mean, I remember that we had a conversation years ago while you were still in prison, Remy, and I think I interviewed you, and Papoose was on the phone too or something, and he said, like, I really want to have a baby. Like, I want to have a baby now, but you guys did it exactly the right way. And I just want to also applaud you for showing your struggle on TV of trying to get pregnant, because there are so many families that they really have a hard time getting pregnant. And I think that, I have actually a close friend of mine who really felt a lot of comfort in the fact that you showed your story because she's really been going through it.
You know what, Jenny? Like, as passionate as I am about, prison reform and everything that I went through with that, I have such a invested interest in helping women who are having issues with having children. And I didn't realize, I realized so much things not until I go through them. And I think that's what mostly with most people. Had I never went to prison, I probably wouldn't feel as strongly as I do about the way I did. Had I never had to go through IVF and, losing a child and things like that, I probably wouldn't feel the way that I feel. I would get it. I would definitely, have sympathy. But it's such a struggle that when you have these people that claim that they're so pro-choice, and everyone's out here preaching, about abortion and rights and that what rights women should have. But they're doing for people who are pro-choice, they're doing absolutely nothing for women who actually do want to conceive, for women who are actually trying.
And it's so expensive.
Expensive. Like, that's an understatement. I make a lot of money. Right? When I tell you it is big. How ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that a couple of my friends went through it, and then even my sister-in-law went through it at one point, and they got to the point where they were like, we can't try anymore. There's no more money.
Oh,
it's
wow.
ridiculous. Just the medicine.
So they adopted a child.
Which is wonderful.
Right, but I mean, it's ridiculous how
expensive
expensive it is.
in comparison to how inexpensive it is if you choose not to have a child. So I feel if people are so pro-choice and you feel that this is such a where's the other side of the coin for women who are out here literally. I was thankfully by the grace of God, we were blessed and we were able to have our daughter on the first try. I was in this doctor's office with women who were on try number 6, try number 7, and they just look so drained. And not only are you drained emotionally because you keep taking the test and you keep trying, but you're drained financially because each time it's anywhere between 20 to 50,000 depending on what exactly you need done.
And the average person's gonna have to take out a loan for that.
And
they don't got that laying around.
Because insurance doesn't cover almost everything. Insurance doesn't cover the medications. There's one medication that it was like a good $1,300 per dose.
Oh my gosh.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you don't know unless you're going through it. Like when you're growing up, you're just like, okay, I want to get pregnant, I'm gonna have a kid, and that's gonna be that. There's so many women that go through it, and kudos.
It's
to my
expensive,
husband.
but it's so worth it though.
No, of course.
But if you don't have it, then
But if you don't have it, you gotta take out loans and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You're
right.
taking out loans, and then you're in debt, and then when you need money, and kids are expensive, so now you have the baby, hopefully,
right?
Because you can take out the loan and not get
have
any
the baby.
results.
Yep.
So it's like my husband, he was the one that actually encouraged me to talk about it because I was after I lost the baby, we had been filming for the show. So we did the whole reveal, the pregnancy test, he flips over the table, and I'm just like, we were filming everything. I'm planning his baby shower, and then I lost the baby. So I'm like, erase everything. Because
they did it?
The people had never saw it yet.
Oh.
So I'm like, as far as they know, this never happened. The only people that know is production. And I was just I felt so, I don't want to say useless, but like less of a woman. Like I felt I was embarrassed. I felt like, why is this happening? Like, this is what women do. This is the one thing that as a woman you can do that,
right.
Other people, you can't take that away from me. And he was like, babe, do you think you're the only person that's going through this?
Right.
He's like, this is why people love you. This is why your fans have been with you through everything, is because you're real. He was like, I think we should show them our pain. He's like, because I couldn't even think. I was like, are you gonna leave me? Do you hate me now? He was like, are you stupid? Like, no, like I'm not with you because you can give me a child. I'm with you because I love you. And it was so many people after that, when I came out and told everybody that I went through, and then went on the IVF process, that come to me and they're like, yo, I went through the same thing. I didn't know how to get through it. You putting that out, it helped me. I saw a girl the other day, 2 days ago. She said, you're the reason why I tried IVF. She's like, I never even crossed my mind to try it. And she was about, I think, 7 months pregnant.
See, that's
she was
awesome.
due in August. So, things like that, it makes me.
I want to say about the show, because the show is sometimes like, they show a lot of highlights from like Love and Hip Hop, and they'll show like, you know, a fight go on, this person stepped to that person. And I think that you guys have really managed, the two of you, to kind of change the tone of that show. You know, there is a lot of, when you think of Love and Hip Hop, when it first started, we thought we were going to see like artists in the struggle, trying to get their music out, like highlight, and it turned into kind of more of a soap opera at one point. There was a lot of fighting going on, and I think the two of you have really kind of been able to manage how you want your story to be, and it's really been a very positive thing watching you two.
Well, I have like the best husband on the planet Earth.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you know how long I've known y'all, right?
Yeah.
I never thought like Papoose would be like, he's gonna be on like next year on People Magazine, Sexiest Man Alive. Okay, everybody loves Papoose. All the girls when they meet, like they'll talk to me, they'll say, oh, you know Papoose? He's like, oh, he's just so. I just wish I had a husband like him. I'm like, damn, all right, you know. So I know he's a good man right there.
Awesome.
No, we just you know. We were just ourselves on the show. We didn't try to portray a certain image or try to be a certain way.
But I don't think you really had to. Some people get on that show and they need to make it happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever. But you two have done a really good job at it. So are you going to be back on Love and Hip Hop? Because I thought at first I thought you were going to get your own show. I thought that was what was happening.
We've done a couple of specials.
Right. And I enjoyed them. I thought they were good. And those were also very positive.
The thing is this, and this is my personal opinion. I feel like, you know, without us,
it's not an opinion, it's the truth.
We're an element that if you take us away from out of that and put us on our own, like it'd be missing from Love and Hip Hop New York.
Okay.
And they kind of need us there. They need us for the draw.
For that positivity,
on Love and Hip Hop. So, you know, they'll every now and then be like, okay, let's give you a holiday special, or let's do the baby shower special, or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, you know, and based on our contracts, you know, they have the right to pick up certain options, or, you know, we can't go do X, Y, and Z because for a certain amount of time. So I'm like, well, there were times where I was like, you know what, let's just not do it. Wait 2 years, and then, you know, we'll go do our own thing. But then we'll go somewhere and we'll meet somebody and say, you guys are so positive on that show. Like, I don't know what I would do if I had to just only watch the drink throwing and the fighting.
Right.
And it's like, you guys, what you guys bring to reality TV, it doesn't exist. So, you know.
So are you going to do the next season, I'm assuming, then?
We love the great people at Love and Hip Hop, you know what I'm saying?
We
we're
really
very thankful that, we're very thankful that we were able to influence the culture, like you said earlier. And just people not to be ashamed to show love to their significant others. But we definitely, for a long time, been wanting to do our own show. Okay,
so I'm assuming from this conversation, you guys are somehow in negotiations right now, trying to figure out exactly what you're doing.
We understand why they don't want us to, you know.
So I'm going to just assume that there's negotiations going on, and we're going to either see you on Love and Hip Hop, or we're going to see you on your own show.
You're going to see both.
Or if you see us on either one, just know there were a lot of commas and numbers involved, and that was.
I think it's wonderful you've been able to, because, you know, Remy, I mean, you know, not for nothing, I've known you a long time, and you were always kind of a private person, I felt. You didn't really want all your stuff out there. I remember asking you years ago, I forgot who I thought you were dating at the time, and you were like, you know, shut me right down, you know, because you're a private person. You wanted your music to shine, and that's what you wanted out there.
You know what it is?
And I understood that about you.
You know what it is, Jenny? In this era that we're in right now, the fans, they care more about your life than your art sometimes.
Oh, no, that's really the truth.
And once you allow them into your life, they kind of try to take over. And I remember when we first did the show, remember how people used to be like, oh my God, that show's going to break you guys up. And we were never really worried about that. But what I don't like is when people feel like they know you more than what you put out there.
Right.
And it gets to a point where I'm like, you know what? My main focus is, and what we've been working on, which we should talk about, is our whole Black Love Story, actually movie, not a TV show, like to show everything.
So is it going to be like a documentary or?
No, movie.
Okay.
Movie, like from when we met, maybe even from before we met, what he was doing, what I was doing, the struggles that we went through being together, me going away, me coming back, and up until, you know, the golden child is here. And I think once people see that, they'll my goal is to not just show like our love story and things like that, but that we're normal people. I think people forget, the masses forget that these people are normal people, celebrities, as they like to call us. You know, we're regular people, and sometimes I just want to be in Target and just get my stuff from Target. I don't want to take your picture. And it's not
If
that
I see you in Target, we're taking a picture.
I'm not being rude, though.
You can post with some Pampers and get an endorsement.
I'm not being rude, and I think sometimes people are like, "Oh, I saw her. She was so." I asked her. She told me no.
Yeah, she thinks
like,
she's all that.
It's like no, bro. Like, first I have an 8:00 curfew. I'm in Target. I was only coming for one thing. I have 98 things in my car, and my baby's like in the car. So you know, sometimes people, they don't get that. People just want what they want from you, and that's it. They don't really care. It's not like before where it's the music and it's the talent and it's whatever your artistry is. It's turned into something else, and I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate around that.
We appreciate the love, though. Remy appreciates the love.
I do,
We
but
take all the pictures that we can.
some of it don't be love, babe. Some of it be hate. Like
No, always.
Like
Yeah,
some of
always.
it be like we're like
That's normal.
I'm gonna be honest. I can almost tell real fans, like people that are like,
of course,
really into you. Like I'm all for it. Like there's been times where I look crazy. I be like, I'm telling you right now, I look crazy, but I can feel the love, so I'm gonna do it. And then there's other people that they just want to get their gram lit, or they just want to get their Facebook page lit, and be like, oh. And I've had people that where I literally did not want to take it, and then I'll see the picture, like when you search your hashtag, and they say the foulest thing underneath it, and I'd be sitting there pulling my hair out, like if I would have just been the evil stepmother that I always wanted to.
No, you can't look at people's comments.
No, but when you take your time out and to take a picture with somebody and then they take the picture, that's like if I'm like, oh my God, Jenny, I listen to you on the radio every day.
Thank you, Remy. I
appreciate
it.
And then, look, right.
Thank you. Keep me here. My contract.
That's how you would be. And then I take the picture and then you're searching your name and you see me in the picture and I'm like, yeah, I ran into this HOE in the store.
This fat slob over here.
She was buying.
So what?
She was buying wheat bread. Like you be like,
Remy, you're up for a BET award.
Yes.
And we're going to be there at the BET Awards.
Really?
We're broadcasting live Friday and Saturday leading up to the BET Awards, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So if you come to the radio room, I hope you guys will stop by.
I see you guys in the radio. I always see you guys in the radio room. Y'all be make sure you have some good snacks.
Okay. Well, I don't really bring any food, but we'll figure it
No,
out. I think that's the BET. BET will provide us food.
They be having like,
worried about the snacks.
Right. I'm going to make sure because sometimes you get there and you have to, some tables they have Laffy Taffy, some have Jolly Ranchers, some have fruit. Like, I want something.
No, they have good food there. They have good food. So, best female hip hop artist. Congratulations.
Thank you. There's so many women out right now, and I'm so happy about that. Like, there was a time where there was just like tumbleweeds blowing through the female rap.
No, there's a good variety of women out, but I'm just so happy that you're up for that award. I think it's going to be awesome.
I think since my wife been home, she opened the doors for a lot of females to do their thing, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, she's very encouraging. I do see that. I know I've seen you post on her, like, you know, and say things like Jacardi B and like super encouraging things, and I think that's really wonderful. It's about his sisterhood, and everybody, women should be embracing themselves, embracing each other. Sorry, as much as they possibly can. Within limits.
Yeah. But that's I get a lot of flack for that. They be like, oh, you always talk women empowerment. But you said, bruh, women empowerment does not mean everybody. That doesn't mean you can violate, be crazy, so crazy, and then be like, oh, it's women empowerment. No, women empowerment is for women, not stupid zombies. Like, what are you talking about? So I think we're seeing a lot of that now. Women working together. You know, you see Cardi with City Girls. You see Cash Doll with Dreezy. You know, you see all these, and I think it's just dope. It's just dope to actually have a category. You see, like, I think who's in the category? Megan Thee Stallion's in it. Cash Doll's in it. Oh, what's the other girl? It's another girl that's in it, but it's just dope for me to see, and that's what, like, I don't even care. You know, people like, it's just the nomination that matters. I don't care if I win. I really feel like that this year. Like, I just want to go. I want to see what everybody's wearing. I want to go to all the parties. I'm gonna go hit up the ASCAP Awards. I think I got something over there for, you know, because I actually write stuff. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in Cali.
I'm excited about it. I mean, it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait. That's like I shouldn't say that, but it's like my favorite one. Because we have the most awesome people come through to the radio room. It's so fun.
Favorite one too.
All right, so Queen of the South, Empire. You're going to be doing more TV on top of Meet the Mackies and Love and Hip Hop?
Gosh, yo, first of all, Queen of the South was like the most fun thing ever.
Okay.
ever. I had so much fun on set, but Empire had the best food If I work,
It's all about the food with Remy. Remy, you don't even like. I saw Remy last year, and I know you guys have to go. But I saw Remy last year at Papoose's birthday, and Remy, I said, Remy, what are you eating now? Because you look so good. You're so healthy looking and stuff. And she goes, I don't eat sugar, meat. She went down the whole thing. I was like, Remy, what do you eat?
I choose ice all night, and I can't sleep.
You know what?
I cannot sleep.
It's a good snack to have. It's 0 calories.
I haven't thought
She's
about
not
that,
chewing
chewing
it right
ice.
now.
Because I don't have any melted in the car.
I
But
cannot sleep. I walk around with my headphones on.
I would like to. I have so many different things that I have planned, but it's just I don't like to talk about things, and so I'm like one of those people.
Okay.
Like I don't want to jinx it, but I don't want other people to be able to hate on it. When people don't know what you're doing,
That's perfect. Don't tell me a thing. Don't tell me. Call me when it actually
not
happens.
You.
No,
You
no.
would never hate on
No,
you.
I wouldn't hate on you.
Family.
But I'm just saying, call me and so we can let the world know when these
when
things
it's
actually
done.
happen.
While I'm in the process of it, like I've learned that you don't really want to put things up because you never know who is in the wings. with,
Yes,
like,
waiting to
horns
hate. I
on.
know, I get it.
So they be like, oh, that's what she's doing.
Right. You know, I wanted to bring that up before you guys leave the CC record, right?
Yeah,
Which, by the way, I mean, the video's incredible, record's incredible.
Thank you.
I know that record, I'm assuming, is about Brittany Taylor. Am I right in saying that? Am I right in saying that? It's about Brittany.
Not at all.
Was that made after the Brittany Taylor incident?
We actually been made that right.
Oh, okay. I thought that was, about the cloud chasing over
no
there.
way, no
I don't
way.
know that young lady personally, but all I know is that you
Neither
two.
do I.
That you two. I just know that you two have been my friends for a long time, and I can't see, and I know how important. And I'm just going to say this: I know how important your family is to Remy, and I can't see something like that happening. So I'm just going to tell you from my point of view.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying from the outside of the situation. Okay.
Shout out to my brother Michi, man, big DJ Michi, Craig G, Rex, Buck.
They all been playing.
Yo, anybody been showing love? I love Connecticut, man. It's my second home.
I know.
I keep trying to get him to buy a house here.
I know
to you.
you
Shout
haven't
out
said
to
that
you
since you
too,
got
man.
married out here, so we'll see what happens.
Right? You remember?
Yeah.
That's when it started.
Yeah.
Right? That is so
Y'all
when
got
it
married
started.
to Aria.
And I was like, oh my God, baby.
There was
why
a
don't we
skating
just
rink at
live
Remy's
here?
wedding. I can't believe it. A skating rink inside the wedding. A skating rink inside of the wedding.
That's one thing I can talk about.
That was like the best, most fanciest wedding I've ever been to in my life. Thank you for inviting
And I'm
me.
glad you came.
I know you
Glad
guys didn't
you
celebrate an
came.
11-year anniversary, but if you have, whenever you have another anniversary, like have an anniversary party that big with a skating rink, I'm coming. That's
I
happening.
always invite Jenny.
Yes,
y'all,
that's
man.
that's
Always.
one thing though that I can talk about. I'm building. I just thought of it like a week and a half ago, and I started working on it. I'm building my own event hall.
Oh wow,
So
where's
I
that?
can, I don't want to say. Just
Okay, don't say it because I hate
that I
yours.
don't want
Yeah.
to say. That I don't want to say, but it's already in the works. Like because I enjoy doing like my whole wedding. I did
You
myself.
did party,
literally
that whole
in, like,
party, like yourself,
in a
right?
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did all Pap's birthdays, everything like that. But I want to create a space where I just know what I want it to look like. I want the sweeping staircase and the floor that comes up in the middle and the smoke machines. Like I know what it takes to make an event look amazing, and that's something that I want to do after the music, after the TV, after all the state of the cultures and all this other stuff that I'm
Let's
doing.
just brush over Pat's birthday. She had every legend in hip hop in the world.
Yeah, I
perform at
really-
my
I
birthday.
really enjoyed it.
Old school style,
I really
talking
enjoyed
Dougie
it.
Fresh, milk.
All right, so what time do you guys have to be over there?
I have to be there at 6:30.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna go. You got because I have to let you go because that
I'm
way.
gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah, because I know y'all got things to do. And congratulations on having your own day, Remy, in Hartford.
Thank
And
you,
congratulations on
Jenny.
everything. I am beyond elated. I'm so excited. I haven't talked to you guys at all recently, but I just want to let you know that I'm so happy for you with the baby and everything you guys got going on. Because I saw the struggle. I remember the struggle. I remember conversations, and I'm just happy that it's all happening for you at this time.
Yes, and everybody make sure you go and get my husband's new record. It's called CC.
No more CC. All you CCs of
It's
the
about
world.
Brittany Taylor.
No clout chasing.
They're like, we made that last year,
All
Johnny.
the clout chasers of the world, man. CC.
It just happened to all happen at once, okay?
All
So
digital platforms.
And make sure you follow the Golden Child. Her Insta is reminiscent.
That's right.
yeah, I'm really mad, okay? Like I can't even get what? How many followers does she have now?
She has like,
Stop
she
it,
has
Jenny.
over 50,000. I'm trying to get
No,
her.
I don't even. You know what? I'm not following her. I'm sorry.
follow
I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
her.
It's at 937.
Loves you.
All right, guys. Thank you.